All right, let's talk Sunday Night Football. We got the Green Bay Packers heading to Dallas to take on the Cowboys at Jerry World. Green Bay will come in as a 6.5-point road favorite, and the total sits at 47. The Packers are looking to bounce back from an ugly loss on the road at Cleveland. That was a troublesome game, and some of the sharps knew all about it. A lot of sharp money was on Cleveland in that game. Cleveland can be a tough place to play. Green Bay still should have won that game. They had a double-digit lead heading into the fourth quarter, an interception and a blocked field goal, and they allow 13 unanswered points, and the Browns steal one at home as a big dog to Green Bay. 2-1 overall, the Packers. They're still looking pretty damn good, and they haven't had any rough luck on the road at Dallas. History favors the Packers. They've won 9 of the last 10 meetings in this series. They're 8-2 against the spread in those games. They're 5-0 against the spread at Dallas in their last 5 at Jerry World, and they've won 3 of their last 4 at Dallas by 10 or more points. So certainly history does favor the visitors here. That said, there is some concerns about their offensive line. Starting offensive linemen and backups are all questionable, or not all questionable, but certainly many offensive linemen a little bit dinged up, and depth will be a concern. It is a bit of a concern. That might prevent them from running up the score here. Big storylines with Micah Parsons returning to Dallas, an opportunity to show up Jerry Jones. I wouldn't want to be Dak Prescott in this one. Green Bay's defense, they rank first overall in scoring defense so far this season, allowing just 14.7 points per game. And I want to point out that my video for Thursday Night Football, I discussed the Seattle Seahawks and how they rank number 2 in scoring defense. And I said, that doesn't mean anything. They just played the Saints. We're only 3 games into the season. And I do believe that 3 games into the season, you should not be putting too much stock in the overall numbers and saying, oh, this is the best defense in the NFL, particularly when you just played the Saints. This is a bit of a different story, though, because the Packers have played some real teams, and they were a top 7, top 6 defense last year. So it's not too much of a stretch to say that this defense is playing well. They rank first overall right now. They might not rank first overall at the end of the year, but they'll probably still be at least in the top 10. So just want to point out that difference if somebody's going to call me on that. Jordan Love, solid play, 663 yards, 5 touchdowns, and an interception, albeit a costly interception that cost them the game last week. And then Josh Jacobs, underwhelming numbers for Josh Jacobs, 180 yards and 2 touchdowns through the first 3 games, averaging just 3.1 yards per carry. And he is a little banged up as well. I do expect him to be in this game. He is practicing. He's been limited in practice. I expect him to play, but he has not been as effective as you'd hope. Before we talk about the Dallas Cowboys, I got to tell you about a promotion we have available right now at wagertalk.com, and this is by far the most popular promotion I've ever seen at WagerTalk. We're giving away all the football. That's Saturday college football, NFL football, and even the Monday night football game for just $49. Man, I remember when we used to sell one game for $49. Can't believe they're giving it away this cheap. But you can go to wagertalk.com. You can go to wt.buzz/JS and get that deal now. As always, there's no purchase necessary. You're more than welcome to tune in just for the free picks and let me know about it in the comments section. If you don't like my picks, if you don't like my haircut, if you don't like anything, you just drop me a comment below. But if you've got anything to say about this game or any other game this week or even college football, let me know about it in the comments below. I like to chat about football. Now let's talk about the Dallas Cowboys, 1-2 overall, coming off an ugly 31-14 loss at Chicago. They lost CeeDee Lamb in that game. That's going to hurt. And they return home where they are 3-9 against the spread in their last 12 home games. If you look at how they're performing, Javonte Williams, the running back, I was not high on him coming into the season. This guy is, mediocre at best, in my opinion. But you look at the numbers, 227 yards, 2 touchdowns, and he's averaging 5.3 yards per carry. And given that the schedule they've played and the fact that they've lost 2 of 3 games, I'd say he's playing pretty well. The defense, though, not playing very well at all. The Cowboys rank dead last in dead last in passing defense. They're allowing 288 passing yards per game. And when you look at the quarterbacks they've faced, Caleb Williams, Russell Wilson, who's already been benched, and Jalen Hurts, who is a good quarterback, but Hurts only threw for 152 yards on them. So they gave up a boatload of yards to Caleb Williams and Russell Wilson, and now they're facing Jordan Love. And again, I mentioned that in my video on the Thursday night game, I cautioned against reading too much into the stats, the year-to-date stats, when we're only 3 games in. However, Dallas wasn't a great defense last year, and they traded Micah Parsons. So the loss of their best defender and the fact that they're struggling against the pass, and when you look at the schedule and see who they've played, again, simple stuff here, guys. Just the whole idea that people are telling me Seattle's got the best defense in the NFL after they just played the Saints. I mean, you guys make me laugh sometimes in the comments, so keep them coming. Dak Prescott has thrown for 800 yards. That's 4th in the NFL, 3 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. He's completing 71% of his passes so far. So Prescott has been more than capable of keeping Dallas in games. Without CeeDee Lamb, though, and with Micah Parsons with something to prove on the other side, do you really want to have your money on the Cowboys in this game? I don't think so. I am not interested in that at all. I know everybody's going to be on Green Bay here. I'm going to take a look at the total. The total sits at 47. There's still some 47.5s on the board. I'm going to grab a 47.5, and I'm going to go under. I think the loss of CeeDee Lamb, Micah Parsons disrupting Dak Prescott, along with the thin offensive line for the Green Bay Packers, will result in a lower score. So we're going with the under. If you like this video, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. And if you've got anything to say to me, even if it's nasty, you guys have been awful nasty of late too. No worries. Hit me up in the comments below. Love to hear it. Good luck. We'll see you next week.